Greetings Marines, FiOth here, and in this vid I'm gonna break down the patch notes that we received a few hours ago about the upcoming Season 3 update. It will be coming out later today. The exact time is 10 AM PT or 6 PM GMT if you're in Europe. So I will break this down mostly to the new additions and class rebalances. I'm gonna throw a few comments in here about my initial thoughts. There is an extensive list of every mod that gets tweaked. It's a huge list, literally, like I cannot go through everything because the vid will be much longer than it be for its purpose, but I will link everything in the description below. If you want to just go and get the facts, you can do that, or you can just wait for the update to come out and then you'll see your mods for the new values they represent. So free content update, we'll start from here. The Lancer is the second heavy class kit added to Alien's Fireteam Elite and introduces new abilities that open up unique playstyles for the game. With the Particle Lance ability that focuses an extremely hard hit to a single target, the Onslaught ability which slows movement speed and fire rate but increases damage and temporarily removes the need to reload, and the Overwatch ability which stacks powerful buffs when holding ground, the Lancer is great for dealing with larger foes and taking advantage of cover. We knew this, we knew what the Lancer was all about. I am a bit perplexed about the part where it says with the Particle Lance ability that focuses an extremely hard hit to a single target. I was under the assumption it goes through targets until it hits a hard surface. Maybe it's the wording. Anyway. Compatible kit skins, base game skins, it talks about skins in this case. It's free to all players. At launch the Lancer will have 21 perks available through gameplay and purchase with credits. 2 additional perks, Omniscience and High Impact Fire, will be available in separate parts shortly after. So we're getting 21 perks for the Lancer, and after that in a later patch, a surely smaller one, we will get 2 additional ones mentioned here. New items in game include 11 new challenge cards, overstimulated, high caliber, overcompensating, they just won't die, relentless pursuers, miscalibrated, shouldn't have used duct tape, main weapon only, switch to backups, just me and my guns, won't stop until you're dead. 6 new class perks obtainable through hidden caches for Demolisher, Doc, Gunner, Phalanx Recon, and the Technician. We've read about these in the past. 9 new class perks to purchase from Sergeant Park's Armory. 9 new perks to purchase from Park. Like, I get a lot of messages about whether or not we're getting new missions, but when it comes to so much new customizability in a game like this, there is a lot of stuff to chew here, guys. So I'm very optimistic about this actually now that I see everything written down. New game feature, loadout presets. 10 presets that can be saved individually, so we don't have to fiddle with our builds every single time. This is a godsend. In a game like this, you want to be able to save builds and swap them on the fly without having to recalibrate everything. Very, very important stuff. 5 new weapon colors, 2 new gun decals, 5 new emotes. Now, following is the description of what we get with the premium pack. Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna skip that totally. As I said, everything is linked below. And now we go into bug fixes and changes. The inhibitor rounds attachment no longer has an internal cooldown for when it gains another stack, and the description has been updated to match this behavior. All in all, the inhibitor rounds got strengthened. The following balancing changes have been made to the weapons. Now there is an extensive list of minute differentiation that happened. When I see games like this with a very specific audience at this point in this life cycle, and I see the devs min-maxing stuff like this, it shows that they're trying to improve the game, even though they know that the audience they're reaching for at this point is kind of small. I have to give them credit for that. So it goes in a list about the Pike, Krupa, the Kramer, the Pulse, and so on and so forth. It's not very long, so I'm gonna read through it. Damage increased 10% for the Pike. The Krupa, magazine size increased by 10%, max ammo increased by 10%, time between bursts decreased by 10%, reload time decreased to 1.8, down from 2.1. Faster fire rate, larger capacity, larger mag, and faster reload. The Kramer assault rifle's damage increased by 4%. Why? The Kramer is a hammer, man. Anyway, it's all good. The pulse reload time decreases to 1.9 from 2 seconds. Max ammo increased to 600 from 540. Excellent stuff. The halberd reload time decreased to 1.7 from 2. The Type 88 heavy magazine capacity increased to 50 from 45. The EVI 87 Zvezda plasma rifle reload time decreased to 2.2 down from 2.3. Guys, Zvezda leads damage, not 1 millisecond of reload time. Heirloom standoff max ammo increased to 90 from 75. Type 121 shotgun damage increased by 9%. Max ammo increased to 104 up from 96. All in all, good stuff. Now what follows is the aforementioned list of every muzzle and mod change. It's huge. It's a wall of text. I won't go through all this. I'm gonna move on to the next of the corrections segment. AI made some adjustments to the AI bot's behavior so they can better react to ground hazards. They will be not swimming in acid from now on, I suppose. Audio fixed an issue where sometimes a sound would loop when a Xeno was killed by a damage over time attacks until the Xeno despawned. We know what that is. Fixed an issue where a loud burst of audio played immediately before mission started. That's very rare. Glad it's fixed though. Challenge card. Fixed an issue where the keep it tight people challenge card was not properly buffing or debuffing player based on the rage. Okay. Now we have some changes for the classes themselves. Gunner. The Sharpnel perk now applies the correct amount of damage over time when applied to frag grenade displacement variants. Phalanx. Fixed an issue where the Phalanx shock pulse ability wasn't working properly with duration increased perks. That's very important because it will make the Phalanx that much more viable. Recon. Made some optimization to the Recon Pup's ability to improve performance. Okay. More Recon. Fixed an issue where the Bloodhound ability visual display would remain in the if the target died as the player was activated Bloodhound again. That was a graphical glitch mostly. I noticed it last night on the stream. Nothing too major. Of course, you want to clear up your UI. Those things have to go. More Recon. Support drone. Several guns were getting less ammo than they should be from ammo drops provided by this ability. The following guns will now get more ammo per pickup. M10 auto pistol, Kramer short barrel, rapid responder, heirloom standoff, Type 21 tactical, AM16 Grupa, X46 ballista flechette rifle, and M12 RPG. Okay. Technician fixed an issue with a resource reclamation perk that permitted it to be slotted with charged coils. It now only slots with a sentry turret as intended. Okay, why would you use resource reclamation on your coils anyway? Enemies. Fixed an issue where Spitter Acid could penetrate bulletproof glass on Priority 1 rescue mission. Okay. Fixed an issue where the Praetorian was taking increased damage to its weak point on higher difficulties. As a result to this issue and this change, we have done a rebalancing pass on Praetorians. Overall, the Praetorians should be harder or higher difficulties than it currently is, and roughly the same on casual and standard. It breaks it down. The Praetorian will now always take 2 times damage to its weak point regardless of difficulty or other factors. The Praetorian max life has been reduced by 20%. When interrupting the Praetorian's bite attack, the time the Praetorian is staggered has been increased to 5 seconds up from 4. Okay, guys, now, listen here. They have to have really changed what kind of damage the Praetorian takes for this effect to be substantial, and not have actually nerfed it by mistake, because 5 seconds is a lifetime when you overclock with a gunner, and we were having shits and giggles on stream, killing Praetorians like in seconds, literally deleting them. Now, it has less health, it stays staggered for longer, and what they say is that all the numbers were basically wrong, and it was taking much more damage or was much less durable than intended. It must have been extremely much less durable than intended for this to be an effect that will be rectified by this change, because with this change, I see them dying even easier. We'll see. Horde. Fix the bug in Horde mode so that players must now face the locker in order to purchase consumables. Okay. Environment. Fixed an issue where one-time interactable objects icons wouldn't disappear after use. Okay. Fixed various cover issues in Horde mode and in campaign missions, as well as areas where players could get stuck. Fixed an issue where player could get stuck in cover in the Endeavor. Okay. Intel. Implemented an additional fix to help players who are missing Intel items that would have been collected. Is this ever gonna end? People are still complaining that they can't get their trophies. Let's go, guys. Let's fix this. Missions. Fixed an instance that could cause Xenos to get stuck in the ceiling when pulled by players to certain areas. Fixed various issues that cover spots in priority 1 extraction. Fixed an issue where the warrior and runner could get stuck in the mission Giants in the Earth insertion. Fixed an issue with the drone could get stuck in the final priority 1 rescue mission fight when using the coming out of the damn walls challenge cards. Fixed an enemy pathing issue in the only way to be sure regicide mission. Fixed an issue where bursters could get stuck on the wall when using the explosion challenge card. Fixed an issue where some Xenos could fail to attack players in the Giants of the Earth insertion mission. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, if we hadn't discovered all the strats of keeping doors open and playing in choke points and all that shit, we might not have noticed some of these enemies not spawning in the combat area glitches and bugs. I'm gonna be totally honest with you. Of course, the game is very challenging on extreme and insane, and you wanna use whatever means necessary to just clear the content. But some of these things have put the devs in a pretty disadvantageous position where you just have to overfix unintended situations. It's fine, I suppose. Stuff is getting done, and I'm happy about that. But yeah, we brought this on ourselves to a certain extent. Now let's go UI. Gun perks that provide charge time now display as charge speed, as this more accurately describes the stat. Longer names now will shrink to fit post-mission scenes. Fixed an issue where sometimes enemy health bars wouldn't display properly. To optimize the recon PUP's ability, enemy health bars will be invisible at farther distances. Fixed an issue where when spectating the host, the dog's gun effectiveness boosted message would display twice. That's not very important anyway. Fixed an issue where the cannot reload message would display when interacting with an object while full ammo. Added a cannot interact while taking damage message that displays where the player is actively taking damage while trying to interact with objects, like picking up a power call, for example, I suppose. Mission items such as power cell will now display their location on the minimap. That's good. Added messages for private matchmaking to indicate when the host has left the group or when a player has been removed from the group. Fixed an issue where perks that modified weapon stats did not appropriately update the tooltips in the menu UI. Okay. Fixed an issue where NPCs in the Endeavor would be visually outlined when the player wasn't near them. Fixed an issue where interactable mission items such as the valve in Priority 1 Rescue would have an ammo cell out ping instead of the correct object ping. Okay. Good stuff. The UI has to be as clean as possible, so this is much appreciated. Now some final general fixes. Made various optimization and performance improvements. Added a new persist shoulder ADS gameplay setting to allow for toggling your preferred camera shoot shoulder side when ADS. We will be working to have this setting toggled on in a future update. Hallelujah, man. This was painful. You would swap shoulders to have an opening, especially in classes that rely heavily on gunplay like the gunner, and when you reloaded you would just be looking over your right shoulder again. You have to click the stick to go to your left shoulder again. With this, it saves. It's awesome. This is actually very, very important. Very good stuff. Thank you, Cold Iron. Fixed an issue where the game would sometimes not save after claiming tactical opportunity rewards. There goes that glitch. Glad I made a how to prepare guide for season 3 that says get your cards now, people. Implemented an additional fix to help players who are missing intel items that would have been collected. We talked about that already. Fixed some crashes that were occurring on the PS4 platform. Yeah, regicide that corridor of doom. Hope they fixed that. Fixed various crash issues across other platforms. So this is the entirety of the list, except for the mods. As I said, it's a huge ass list. Everything will be listed in the comment section below. Starting today, guys, there will be a marathon of streams that you can come and watch. I will be covering every single thing. I will be remodding every single class. If anything changes dramatically about how the weapons behave, I will experiment and provide new modding guides for every single weapon that is deemed worthy of such a process. It's gonna be a lot of work, it's gonna be a lot of content, it's gonna be a lot of streaming. Sub, like, and share if you wanna participate in all that stuff. Get a membership on the channel or visit the Patreon page if you really wanna help with keeping the lights on. You probably understand that all these hours, all this effort pretty much subtracts from other endeavors. That's totally up to you. Hope you enjoy the content. Positive vibes, guys. I'm gonna catch you tonight on the stream. We'll be probably streaming for tonight and 2 days after tonight. Some of the streams will be performed on the purple place. Go drop me a follow there if you want to watch stuff there. And until next time, be well, stay frosty, and always strive for perfection. Cheers!